So I attended an event yesterday and I got two things from it. One being I had to force myself out of my comfort zone because I was in the presence of quite a few millionaires. And because I'm in the process of working my way there, I felt out of sorts. It's kind of like your first day at work and you're in a new department working in on projects that you've never worked on before, perhaps a field or industry that you don't have that much experience in, but they hired you anyway. And so you have that unnerving feeling of, do I belong? Can I accomplish this? Will I be good at this? And I had to force myself to communicate with others and, start conversations and introduce myself and share what my business is. And that was not easy. It wasn't easy for a number of reasons, but one I wanted to talk to you about today. And it's in line with what I am working on building for individuals who are a lot like me and suffer from what I call a black sheep effect. That's right, the black sheep effect. And so a brief explanation of that is I would define myself as the black sheep in my family. Every family has one or two. And I definitely stood out as the black sheep in my family. And I felt kind of black sheepish at this event yesterday as well. Not just from feeling like I wasn't, that I was out of sorts and out of place and maybe didn't belong, but also because, there were people there that went out of their way to make me feel that I didn't belong. And while I know for a fact I was in the right place and I got the right information that I needed for me to do what I need to do in my business to take it to the next level, that's why I continue to invest in opportunities where I surround myself with people who are where I want to be. And so most people went out of their way to make me feel welcome, but there were a few who, turned their backs to me when I would, go up to them to have a conversation, or I was even kind enough to wait politely to, not to interrupt anyone's conversations. And, there was some eye rolling and some shoulder shrugging and a variety of mean girl behaviors, if you will. And it's always interesting to me how a lot of the men will go out of their way to make a woman feel comfortable, but oftentimes women, as opposed to, you hear about a lot of women empowerment, but there's way too often do I experience, times where women will go out of their way to make another woman feel uncomfortable. And that was not the case with most women there, I will say that, but there were a few passive aggressive mean girls in the building. And so I got the black sheep effect. I felt the black sheep effect yesterday and at this event. And it had a lot to do with, me, it's like a reminder sometimes when you're in environments that bring you back to that vulnerable space, that bring you back to that place where, you feel unwanted, even if for just a moment, that experience probably was, 30 minutes total out of 2 days of an experience, but it stood out the most. It in regards to feelings and how I was feeling and how it made me feel. It stood out the most. Negativity always outweighs positivity if you let it. So I had to be real mindful to circumvent the negative and focus on what I was getting from the experience that was positive and the people that brought all the positivity to it, and all the wonderful people that were there, and all of the great experiences that I gained, and all the knowledge and just what I've been able to do with that information just today. So I'm grateful for the experience, negative and all. There's always a lesson in any negative experience we go through, and that always leads to a blessing if you are mindful enough to learn the lesson or to seek the lesson. There's always a blessing at the end of that. So if you also struggle with the black sheep effect and haven't learned how to overcome that, haven't learned how to be your best self despite, there's a helicopter flying over the beach right now. If you haven't learned how to overcome that black sheep effect that it has had on you, I am going to be doing a webinar series free of charge to help you overcome, barriers that are definitely going to come your way, that you're definitely going to face. They are going to be, they're going to come at every major shift, just as you feel like you overcome one hurdle, you will come across another and another and another. And those of us who struggle with the black sheep effect will find that every opportunity that, every opportunity to take things, your business, your personal life, to the next level, you will find the black sheep effect will create invisible, I don't want to call them barriers, but I will say that they will appear as a barrier. And if you are mindful of how to overcome that fear and that anxiety and all those things that come from that black sheep effect in not having, even your own family accept you oftentimes. And that was definitely my case. For many, many years, I finally got to a point where, I honestly blocked 85% of my family. Like I just, love them from a distance. But I refused to carry people on into my next journey that did not support the last one. So if you are also looking to find ways to overcome that black sheep effect, then I encourage you to sign up for my webinar. It's going to be eye-opening, and it's going to be interesting, and I want you to take that journey with me. It's one of those things that's an ongoing experience. It's an ongoing lesson. You will forever have those challenges, but you will get to a place where that 30-minute experience of the black sheep effect, of people going out of their way to make you feel like you don't belong just because you don't fit in to the crowd, because you walk your own walk, you are different than the rest. That is a blessing. That's not, it's not a curse. And I want you to be able to find a way to, I want to help you create your own space and not seek to fit into, the masses. It's not about fitting in. It's really about embracing your own journey. I want to help you create that journey. I want to help you fulfill your purpose, and I want to help empower change within you and bring about some help you create a legacy that's going to impact not only you but the next generation, and hopefully the next generation. I have two grandbabies, and they inspire me, to be honest. And so I can't leave this world without making sure that they are going to be okay, well beyond me. And I know you feel that way about your loved ones as well. So take this journey with me. Sign up for the webinar. I look forward to seeing you. And I hope you enjoyed this view. It is just beautiful to be outside, grounding, and just thinking about what's next. I'll see you on the other side.